Welcome to the end of day review for Thursday, the 21st of March 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, we had a whole bunch of red folder news events, the most significant of which was the GBP interest rate decision. In addition to that, we've got the monetary policy summary, which is often some sort of conference or speech where any number of things may be said which may drive price in a particular direction. Because New York is officially in daylight savings time, this 2 p.m. time is essentially the GBP news release is effectively released at the New York Open, and for that reason I wasn't interested in trading the New York session, especially given that this conference typically lasts at least up to an hour, and then we got a whole bunch of red folder news, which is hard to separate between what is going on in the conference, and then at 2:30 the conference is likely still going on, and then perhaps at 3:45 it's already completed. But by then we only got an hour left to trade, and I decided it's just best to not trade at all. So having said all of that, what it essentially meant is that I was willing to trade in the Frankfurt Open with a limited London window to take any trades, and then after that window is closed, I wouldn't take any trades, and that's precisely what happened today. So I'll start off with the daily, just because we know that yesterday was a bullish day which met our expectations in terms of we had 4 consecutive bearish candles and a bullish day was overdue, and now today again we have a bearish day. Other than that, there's nothing much to take from the daily. From a 4H, we have we have swing structure that was recently broken, putting us in an unconfirmed scenario. We have two legs to contend with, the one being the proton unconfirmed, which gives us this OB which we reacted to. This OB's reaction took out the substructure high and thus has achieved its objective, and in order to long again we need further backing. And then from a shorting perspective, we have the proton previously confirmed primary leg that was validated as a result of the order flow shift on the 4 hour right here. You can see there's a OB in and around this area that has failed and validated this leg, giving us this proton previously confirmed primary leg OB, which we reacted to again with the objective of targeting the substructure low. We did have this window of imbalance from which we could react to and continue to the upside. However, I wasn't interested in taking any longs because the substructure wasn't yet validated. For substructure to be validated, I need the lowest point to then be preceded by, to then subsequently be led by a pullback, and that's what we have here. But here on top, at the time of price coming into here, you can see you have multiple high candles, and thus I wasn't interested in longing. However, this is a barrier which, if you want to trade against it, you need new IRL to be validated. Then if we move into the 5 minute, what you can see is that essentially I was hoping for a Frankfurt high of the day to be validated without taking out the Asia low, enabling us to be somewhat aggressive. But as you can see, that didn't materialize. The Frankfurt high of the day was pretty much validated at the reaction of this window of imbalance. We then got a small reaction to the window of imbalance after subsequently continuing. My window ended pretty much right here, 2 hours before the lull. Had I taken a trade right here, I would have closed it at the lull, so in and around this area right here. However, there wasn't any significant pullback to enable me to get into a trade. As you can see, the 50% level is right there. Yeah, so having said all of that, what we can do is unpack the news. So GBP PMI was mixed between manufacturing and services and didn't really give a clear indication into which direction to trade. So following the top side narrative of shorting, that pretty much played out. Then if we look at the official bank rate, that was fairly neutral. So if we look at 2 p.m. which is here, you can see we had a big push down, but the news is neutral. However, we don't know what is going to be said in this monetary policy summary, and as a result of that, generally not worth trading. And then you can see we had positive USD news. Well, unemployment claims was neutral, so 230, I mean, moving down, and there isn't really a clear reason why we are still moving down. And then if we look at 345, we got positive USD news, which then supports further shorting, and as you can see at this point, we pretty much pulled down quite significantly, and yeah, by this point we already reached our daily range, so not worth trading at all. Your best bet for getting into a trade was in and around this area, but like I said, for me personally, there wasn't enough of a pullback. So having said that, that's pretty much my end of day review, and we'll chat again tomorrow for the London outlook.